skit. So let's finish. Let's move forward because we're on our final hour. Thank y'all for being patient. But now this is where it gets hectic. Can I get a little hectic? Now, black women, you know how I love y'all. Black women, y'all know how I love y'all, but I got to get into it. Because remember, does anybody know the name of yesterday's chat and today's chat? Yesterday's chat was what? They have created crafty counsel, or they have taken crafty counsel against us. But this is what we need to talk about with black women in particular. When we talk about they, remember, they have taken crafty counsel. They have taken crafty counsel, guys. Stick with me. I got one more hour. They have taken crafty counsel. It's not just the red man, sadly. And I know you know it, but since we're all listening, I need you guys to look at this. This is where it's going to get very serious. I know we've been having a lot of fun, but we're ending on our final hour. This is where it gets serious. Look at this.
I have a question that's going to flood my inbox, and I'm kind of going to regret it, but it's a conversation that needs to be started. My son is 11 years old, and when he turns 14, I'm thinking about getting him a vasectomy. Now, to other boy moms, is this something that you guys are thinking about? If not, why? Any pointers, questions, concerns that y'all may have that maybe I might not have thought about? Let me know. Oh, I'm gonna regret that.
This is the enemy within the house. Can somebody put that on the chat? This is one of the enemies within the house. We can spend all day talking about the red man and the LGBT community, What about the enemy within the house? We already know they've taken crafty counsel, but Bob, who is they? What do you mean they have taken crafty counsel? Who is they? But for right now, I'm going to breeze. I'm going to peel back the first layer of the onion. The enemy within the house often looks like us, obviously, because he's what? Within the house. We've talked about the black man so many times that's beating a dead horse. You know the black man ain't shit. Everybody has told you the black man ain't shit. But the independent, strong, Nubian, black chocolate queen goddess, mother of the earth, the star, the moon, the sun, the mother earth, the fertile goddess that gives birth, the portal, the Yoni. I want to see all the mother Egyptians and all this. Somebody put in the chat, all these Egyptians talking about the Yoni. Okay, well, I respect the Yoni, but guess what? Does the Yoni respect the phallus? For all the esoteric, people who study the comedic sciences, I understand the importance of the Yoni, but does the Yoni respect the phallus when they're talking about giving a 14-year-old phallus a vasectomy and cutting off this ability to reproduce a child, which is God's given right to that young boy? Let's talk about it. I'm thinking about getting my little 11-year-old boy a vasectomy and cutting off his ability to reproduce before he even understands the anatomy of his penis. How you gonna cut off that man's ability to use his penis properly if he doesn't even know what it is? And then she says to other boy moms, which I guess means to other moms who have boys, because remember, you can only have a boy or a girl. So a lot of these feminists and these actual witches, somebody put that in the chat, brujas, a lot of these bruja witches hate the phallus. And then she said, if you aren't thinking about cutting off your child's ability to reproduce, why are you not doing that? Remember, we're only 13% of the population. A lot of us are dying due to gang violence. A lot of us are incarcerated. A lot of us are joining the LGBT community. And a lot of us are being actively targeted. So we have a dwindling population. Why on earth would we give our young black boys vasectomies? And then she has the nerve to say, if you're not thinking about giving a vasectomy to your little black boy, why? This is for my people with the eyes to see. Shaka, you always talking about the black woman. I believe you. And the European patriarchy, but guess what? Okay, let's go under the matriarchy, Shaka. But when we go under this so-called matriarchy and we submit to this idea of toxic masculinity, what does it look like, Shaka? What does it look like to submit to the idea of a full-on matriarchy with these women in 2021 who are bragging about robbing us, who are bragging about drugging us, who are bragging about giving our little young 11-year-old boys vasectomies and cutting off their ability to reproduce before they even understand the anatomy of their very penis? Does the Yoni respect the phallus? Does the vagina respect the phallus, the penis? Because we understand that we're supposed to bow down and worship the Yoni, but what about the phallus? What about the men who were born with the phallus? Are you just going to cut off our phallus like this woman? Solo, are you still here? This is where it's going to get good, Solo. They hate the phallus. I'm about to pull up this next receipt for Solo Dolo because he hates this woman. He vomits every time he sees this woman.
So 80-20 is about, so you're in a relationship with a guy and you have all these things in your mind that you want, and he gives you 80% of that, and it's cool, you're chilling, you're fine. But then you meet this guy who gives you the 20% that the guy doesn't offer, but he doesn't have everything that you need to keep a stable relationship, but he brings that fire and passion. And it's like, okay, I have this, it's like, I have this 80, but I want this 20. Do I sacrifice for less or more? So that's what the song's about.
So we need two guys to equal 100%.
A few moments later.
Well, listen, I'm excited to have you on today because, I'm a huge, horror movies are my favorite genre of film. And so you're doing Spiral, right? And so you were a big fan of the whole Saw franchise.
Yes, I love the Saw franchise. I love to see people like boiled in oil and like put in the traps. And like, I think we need more traps.
More traps.
I think we need traps in life. I think we need them in court. I think they'd be a good deterrent.
We need traps. We need traps when a man is cheating. That way, if something happens, we could put his thing in the trap. And then we'd be like, if you try to put your, that'd be a good one.
What kind of is that?
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? Funky dog head. Back off before we come get you.
Does the Yoni respect the phallus? So when you hear Angela Yee, on one hand, when she's talking to the women, she said, oh, it's okay to have two men. She says, when she's talking to black women, she says, it's okay to have two men. One of the men, he gives you 80%, which is your emotional needs and your financial needs. And then you got the man 20% to give you your sexual needs. Put it in the chat. Angela Yee believes it's okay to have two men to equal 100%. So we need two men to equal one man in Angela Yee's mind. One of them is going to give you the financial security, the emotional security, listen to all your bull, follow you around and like all your pictures on Instagram and stay up with you all night on the phone. And then the other the Pookie and the Ray Ray, he gets to pull up at night and hit you from the back. Okay, fine. You're letting Pookie and Ray Ray hit you from the back. Meanwhile, Thomas is over here paying the bills, listening to your nagging. Fine. But then listen to what she says to the black man at the idea of a black man cheating. She says if a black man has two women, we need to put a black man's phallus. Go ahead, put it in the chat. We need to put the black man's penis into a trap, into a mouse trap, into a booby trap, into a bear trap. We need to put the black man's penis into a saw trap like from the movie Saw, where if you make one false move, your whole head, your whole leg is gone. Or in this case, we need to put your phallus into a trap if you have 2 women and cut your penis off. But when it's black women, we could have 2 men. Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thomas. F you, Angela. How? Oh, you know why, Chocolate Melanin? I know why you wasn't ready. Because I am Shakespeare in the flesh, Walt Disney. Hold on, listen. Chocolate Melanin. Chocolate Melanin. I am Shakespeare in the flesh, Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now, who's going to be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me until I'm out of my motherfucking moment?
I am Shakespeare in the flesh, Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now, who's going to be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what
You ain't
more
got.
than me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the answers.
Kanye,
You ain't got the answers.
Bro, I'm asking you.
You
a
ain't been doing
question.
the education.
Come on. Come on. We got to speed it up. They coming for me. They coming for me, guys. They're coming for me. Runaway slave gang. Runaway slave. They're coming for me. Massa coming, guys. Massa coming. We only got 1 more hour. Massa's coming. Massa coming. Massa coming. Massa coming. Massa coming.
He like, yo, how? Look at him. Trying to make it make sense. Trying to make it make sense, bro.